G'day mate, welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. So, this episode we're going to do a couple of things. First things first, if you missed the last episode live stream, 74.5. If you missed episode 74.5, where there was a stream, and I attempted to go clear some bases, you can see why it sometimes takes a little while to clear off chunks of the map. First off, in case you missed it, bases are fairly thick at this stage. This here would be considered one base, and this is like a 15 nuke base. Okay, artillery. Yeah, 15, 20 nukes to clear that base. So the bases are pretty large at this stage. On top of that, you can see we did clear a certain amount, and then I've cleared more after the fact. But what actually happened is, after we were done, I went and looked at my time usage. And as you can see, my UPS is already dropping just by the artillery going and activating all these biters. But even when the biters are not active, and actually, artillery, can you stop that? Can you just target all of these guys instead? You just shoot right, not left, just right. So yeah, my UPS is starting to drop, and it's purely because, one, large amounts of biters pathfinding. Two, even after I clear out this area, you can see that I'm left with all these large pockets of biters that they basically time out before there's a room. So when you have lots of biters, they all have to make a pathfinding decision how to get from wherever they are to wherever they need to go to. In the case of like these massive blobs, it's from there to here. The catch is, with so many biters being activated all at once, they basically make a large queue of who can pathfind when. And it's not only that, it's like all these biters, this little group here, I need to go and form a pack, and after there's 50 to 200, depending on how the map's set up, after there's enough biters grouped up, then they can actually pathfind to their target. What actually happens is I just have so many biters trying to pathfind that eventually they start timing out. And, well, you can see, like, there's odd biters running around everywhere. Yeah, there's another group. There's another group starting to form. And not all of these guys will actually start pathfinding down to me. Oh, really? We're out of targets. Let's just swipe the area a second time. Yeah, shoot right again. I don't really need to explore more to the left. Not this stage, at least. I really want to highlight... no, zoom in further. Zoom in further. Yeah. All these large packs are not going anywhere, and the Pathfinder, as you can see here, is capped at 1.2. So of my 27 updates, 1.2 of it is the Pathfinding, because the Pathfinding's capped. It cannot go any higher, and that's part of Factorio. It's designed so your game doesn't get lagged out with too many biters trying to work out how to come and eat you. But as you can see, there's lots of large packs trying to get in, and here's some packs coming from the left from when I first showed up and I first started destroying things. If you guys take out that power pole, I'm going to be so pissed, because I'm in the middle and I can't get out. But yeah, so the decision has been made. We're just going to remove the biters, okay? And it's got that far in that actually production stats are all-time stats. I'm looking for artillery shells. That's explosive cannon shells, artillery shells. 224,000 artillery shells. And I probably have 5.4k. Yeah, like, yeah, it's 230. I've done, we'll call it 250,000 shells. Shit, they just took out power. So. So, first command I'm going to run, and I've left this up on the screen, is just going to kill all the active biters. And as you can see, that's going to plummet down considerably. Now, every single spawner that's out there is generating new biters right away, because I just killed them all off. But what I'm going to do is... okay, this command... and it's going to take a second to process. Just killed every single spawner on the map. Okay? That is currently on the map. Not newly generated chunks. Newly generated chunks will have new spawners. But let's just do... okay. Whilst I'm here, I want to show off this. So this is the Smart Artillery Exploration Remote. And if I target just one artillery... what it does is it puts a circle at max range, which is really, really handy. And you just need to target one artillery, and then it'll use that artillery's range to plot all the maximum range. So as you can see, all these biter bases here are now gone. Any new chunks have new biters on them. We're gonna, well, actually, we're gonna see that update. Well, we're generating map. Let's finish generating map first. Yeah, the game's lagging out because you're not meant to generate that much map at once. There is a limit how fast you can generate chunks. Again, it's all these little things that the Factorio devs put in just to make sure you don't lag out their game. You're like, this is insane. Behemoth worms everywhere. Okay, so we're back down to 8 update. That'll delete all those biters. And one last command. All these commands, if you're curious, are on the Factorio wiki, so I don't have to remember them. But bang, that's all the biters off the whole map. Okay, so all the biters off the map. So biters on the map doing nothing. I got an update of about 12. Biters off the map entirely, and actually, we'll just do another quick explore. Are you gonna work? No, you won't work. Because it's only gonna reveal ungenerated chunks. Oh no. We can do a little bit further on the right hand side. So yeah. All the biters on the map doing nothing. We got an update of about 12. All the biters dead, but the spawner's active. We've got an update of about 8. Everything killed off, I got an update of 5. The maximum update you can have before your UPS starts dropping is 6. 16 rather. Yeah, good maths, JD. So I need to keep that update below 16 to keep the game running at 60-60. Now you got to remember, I need to turn on this and turn on that, along with have all these outpost trains kick into action to start bringing in ore, to then smelt it, to then everything. So yeah, that update's something I needed to keep an eye on. I have been keeping an eye on, and just didn't realize that it got quite so bad. Recycle. I gotta wait for the train to get out of the way just in case. There we go. Recycle everything. So yeah, biters have been fun. They've been an interesting opponent, but they've just got to the point where they literally take nothing but time. A lot of time. Bye, bots. I have no idea what robot network you're going to go to, but I'm sure you'll find a way home eventually. That's so much crap in my inventory. All cleaned up yet? Okay. My last piece of nuclear fuel, so don't pick up this train jetty. Go to that base. And we're going to have that side of it get packed up. That'll get packed up. That'll get packed up. And that'll get packed up. Before I even arrive, we'll go to the right and pick up all the things these bots didn't bother to pick up. Scrap that, scrap that. Shit. I'm out of inventory space. Okay, let's try something different. Bear with me. Actually, what do I have that stacks smaller? That's not going to work. Okay, let's put all of those in there. Pick up some for myself. Turn off my personal robots. Have you guys pick up that and that. And that. Put in a chest. Throw all that crap in it. Do not... Oh, I'm requesting them. Okay, there's still 150 bots left. Let's put all that in there as well. There is now 150 construction bots, which will be this lot that's slowly coming up here. Yup. So I'm going to pick up that, and I'm going to pick up that robot, and bye, robots! And that's how you get yourself some more logi space. They're going to fly to the closest robot network, which is this one. And then hopefully that one will clear out whatever's left. Same with this lot that was flying up here. They're also going to fly out to there, which should have a trash. It does. It has a recycling station. That's not active, but that's fine. So, you may ask JD, now all the biters are gone, what's next? Well, turn those guys back on. The plan for next is a bunch of outposting, like an extreme amount of outposting. And laying down a lot of track as well. I have this track that comes out. I have this little track that came out to another Kraken station. And I have this little tiny bit of track that came out for another Kraken station. These guys are both ready. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be doing nothing but outposting. In fact, there'll probably end up being another live stream. Now I don't have to worry about biters. With me doing nothing but a lot of outposting. It also means that technically the base doesn't have to use steel to make artillery shells anymore. And that's also going to free up explosives. And I'm no longer going to be making nukes. So I have a few extra resources, not a lot. I wasn't spending a lot on military. I'm going to have 10 bazillion lasers that I now have no use for, which is sort of unfortunate. Where is laser production? So there's 100 in there. I have no idea how many is in the main base. 2.3k. And basically every laser turret on the map needs to be packed up. So yeah, there's a little bit of work that needs to be done around the place just to tidy things up. What else? That's got to go. That's got to go. I do not need 300. I want blueprints, please. Request all of them. It's the repair packs I want to get rid of. The blueprints I want to keep. Chances are it was an important blueprint. I have no idea what it was, but chances are it's probably important. I also do not need auto trash. That's the answer. Some of the nuclear fuel, batteries, repair packs can go away again. That blueprint didn't get returned. It looked like a miner. It hasn't been returned. On the way. 1. There we go. You could be cut down to just 50. What else can I dump? That I can dump. Yeah. So yeah, a bunch of outposting needs to be done. Well, these guys are slowly making their way back. That's pretty much what we're up to. It's going to be a little bit boring. But I did figure, whilst we're at base, let's request in... Okay, I want a steel. I want... Thousands actually enough. I want... 200 of those. I want... concrete. 1,000. I can't remember the other items of the recipe. Blue circuits and pipes. The pipes I just threw away. And blue circuits. Because, yeah, I figure, whilst we're at main base, we might as well get some silos built. Because we need a few silos. Just a few. And I want to get them all done in one hit. But I'd like at least to get a couple of silos laid down. Well, I don't want to turn them on. It's probably a better way of putting things. But I'd like to get the first... At least the first 5 put down. Yeah, probably just the first 5. I don't want to extend myself and put down 10. And then possibly run out of UPS running this. That I can actually fire up 10. I think I'm fairly confident I can run 10. Because don't forget, we still have all of these nuclear reactors going. All these nuclear reactors, these are nuclear reactors. That's a reactor, that's a reactor, that's a reactor. There's a few reactors around the place. And it looks like that has used all of our remaining artillery shells. Which now means I have 10,000 passive providers that are now going to sit in the network. Because default Factorio does not really give you a better way of storing artillery shells. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I am going to keep the Kraken alive, mainly because it's only killed me 3 times. But a lot of these wagons have an incredible amount of damage dealt. On top of that, it's going to be handy for exploring. So when I come out and I start looking for more outpost locations, I can literally run the Kraken out, use this smart artillery exploration remote, reveal the whole area, which is way faster and more effective than radars, and then send it back to base. So I want 1 silo. Deliver bots. There's no steel in the network. You know what happens when there's no steel in the network? You stay on the belt. Oh, there might also be no concrete in the network. I have no idea if I put a cap on that or not. That's the steel requirements. Turns out I didn't. Okay, let's get rid of 1 stack so I can hopefully get those engines. No more concrete, please. I said no more concrete. Get rid of that. Electric engines. Here. And of course I found the one little gap in the network where I can stand. All of them. Okay, refill my inventory again, guys. I was only keeping 300. Okay. Blue circuit built. We're good. We just need steel and pipe. Why is pipe taking so long to get to me? I'll stop. Okay. I'd really like just the steel. Just the steel. Okay. That's that. There's no way I'm going to have enough materials for a fourth. At least I highly doubt it. Turns out I will. Okay, come on. Keep going with the steel. Keep going with the steel. More steel. More steel. More steel. And craft. Okay. On their way 70. Concrete I'll get delivered, not a problem. Steel I would get delivered. Blue circuits are not going to be a problem. Okay, so we're just going to stand here and suck up the rest of the steel. And then I'm probably going to wait around to get the electric engines done. Either I'll go see whether I can pull them out of any other build that they exist in. Come on. 1,000. Alright, change you back to 100. Remove that, remove that. Okay, are you hoarding? You are hoarding. Don't I have a bazillion? Okay. Let's look at the... So I do have 360 frames of the network. Let's just pull those out of the network. Intermediates, those. All of them. I'll have your engine, your engine, your engines, your engines. Yeah, I'm penny pinching from assemblers. It's fine. We just need 200. After I get my 200, I'm good. I'm set. I'm done. You have 50 of those to output. You can have 50 of those to output. You can have 50 of those to output. Same goes for you. And for you. That should back up all that belt. Which should mean I'll have increased engines and done. Okay. Hang on. Where's that gap in the logic network I want to step through? There. Okay. So we got 5 rocket silos. You can go back to 100. I don't actually need those. All that. All that again. I just need a train. That'll do. Okay. That is as close as we can get. So, next time you see the base, I'm hoping I've done a whole crap ton of outposting. I'm hoping our solar is still really held up by steel. That's the one thing that's really slowing it down. And a certain amount of our solar panels are being brought over here to turn into satellites to launch satellites, because that's important as well. In fact, that's still requesting too many because I didn't bring it back down. Because I need a whole bunch of satellites for the artillery bombardment remote, to make 5 of them to make 1 smart artillery bombardment remote, to then need 5 of those to make 1 smart artillery exploration remote. So I did 25 satellites, so I was requesting a lot of solar panels. But yeah, I'm hoping next time you guys see the base, I have obviously hopefully cleared up all the lasers, which will again increase the UPS of the game. Done a whole bunch of outposting. Possibly. No guarantees one way or the other. That armor should be faster. I'll work out how to make you even faster later. That armor's really slow, actually. Crap, what armor do I have on now? Another really slow one. Okay, you give me your legs. That's a bit better. Do not turn on robots. There we go. So yeah, I'm hoping next time you guys see it, I've done a bunch of outposting. I've cleared up a ton of lasers, again, to get back some UPS. I've hopefully brought prod mods with me to shove in here. Unless there happens to be some in storage. Oh, there is. Awesome. At the same time, outposting, cleaning up lasers. At the same time, I am really considering, just because it's convenient, but I have 4 or 5 solid belts of steel here. So I'm considering putting in a temporary station, or actually even better. No, I won't do it. I was considering firing up this solar block, just to make solar panels, and literally just worming a train in here, filling a train up, and dumping it into the solar grid just to get those solar panels put down. Because you can still see by the gaps in the radar coverage that we're still missing a lot of solar panels. It is getting built slowly, but there's a lot of solar panels still missing. So yeah, I was also considering doing that. But I really think you guys want to be here when I fire this one up, at least. This one's technically already fired up, but this one is not yet. So, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. More of an informative episode rather than actually getting stuff done episode. But I want to be honest with you guys. Like, biters are a challenge for certain parts of the game. But at this stage, they're no longer a challenge. They are a time sink. They are really, really a time sink and a UPS cost on this game. And considering we're going for the biggest base possible in multiple modules, chewing up CPU cycles with biters is not a good idea. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. As always, I will see you for the next episode. Where the outposts are done, and hopefully we're going to kick in. We're going to kick in this base. That's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.